Hello, my dear human fellas. I hope this video finds you very well. I guess I hope this video finds you first of all. That'd be great. And also, if there was a way in which you could let me know, there is. It'd be great if you could let me know if this video found you, and just that. Not much more. You can give me some critics or whatever you want to say, but it's mostly just about knowing that this is reaching someone out there in the world, hopefully. It's mostly about connection, I guess. That's what I want it to be. So let's try to stick with that and see where that takes us. This is going to be, well, I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Edgar. I live in Mexico. I'm Mexican. I was born and raised here in the beautiful state of Oaxaca in southern Mexico. And, well, I've pretty much been here my whole life. I wasn't born here. I was born in a different state, but my family came here when I was like 2 years old, so I stayed here ever since. And so I wasn't born here, but I was raised here. And well, this is my third YouTube channel, or fourth, that I've tried to launch. This is not like something new for me. It's not I've been hearing a lot of people. I guess all the time there's people who just got into YouTube after thinking about it a lot and not finding the confidence, maybe, to I guess mostly to record themselves and talk to a camera like this or in any other format. But this is not that. Yes, I went through that when I first started recording, but it hasn't been that long. I started last year around maybe August, September last year, maybe as far as or as late as October. Not really sure, but somewhere around there. So it's been like, I don't know, a good 6 months or something like that. I started with Minecraft content, and that was kind of going well, but I don't know, I just didn't really feel like doing it then. I was recording in a server. It was a cool server with some cool people, but they were younger. I'm 41 now. Yeah, 41. I was kind of hoping for a second there that I was still just 40, but now I already broke 40. I'm 41 now, and they were around 20, so pretty young, most of them. And I guess I didn't really click with them. They were cool, they were fun, but they would going to a bunch of activities together, and I was always kind of left out. It wasn't really like something aimed at me. It's not that they were targeting me. I had a bunch of cool talks, and actually, I shot a bunch of cool material with a bunch of them. It's just that I guess it's more my style, more kind of laid back, taking my time, and yeah, maybe not running after all the players to interact with them. Because I did want to interact. I guess I was maybe hoping a little some of them would come to me, and they did. They used to come to my place. I built a cool jungle base, and I got some good critics on it, and it was okay. I could have been more active, like more engaged with them, more trying to to interact with them, but I didn't, and that kind of bummed me out a little bit. But also, I don't know, I guess I wasn't sure. I wanted to make Minecraft or even gaming content. Then I was going through a patch which I'm still kind of going through, in which I mean I love video games. They have always been a part of my life. I learned English because of video games, and it's just a form of creative expression, art, if you will, that really clicks with me. It's just very relatable. For me, it's just natural because I grew up with it. I guess I don't know, but it's just makes sense to me. Speaks to me. I like it even now. Days that I don't play that much, so I don't play so often. I don't play very often at all. I still consume content about that. I watch gameplays, or just reviews, news about gaming and stuff. I'm kind of try to keep up with the scene just because I'm into it. I like it. And I always try to incorporate when I can, some of those aspects, or more like the video game aesthetic, particularly the pixel art aesthetic from the 19th, from the Super NES era, which is kind of what I kind of it was my console, my gaming console was the one of, I would say, my generation. Maybe Nintendo 64 also, but for me, Super Nintendo, the Super NES, that was particularly important, relevant for me. I guess most of the games I really love, and when I started learning English, and just a bunch of good memories there. Also with the Nintendo 64, but I believe the Super NES was the first that really made me fall in love with with the medium. And well, even nowadays, I'm not playing that much because there was a long period in my life, well into my grown up life, in which I really abused video games. They became kind of like an addiction, and not much positive came out of that. So at some point, at a certain point, I realized that I was doing that, and I stopped. I stopped kind of progressively over the course of, I don't know, a couple of months. And I didn't stop playing completely. I still play now and then, but not very often, and I play when I actually feel like playing, because for that period I was talking about, I was playing mostly just to evade, myself, evade reality, a reality that I didn't like. It was an escape. Yeah, I was kind of escaping reality. It wasn't a way to get away from shit that I didn't like. And I mean, it kind of worked, but it came at a price. I wasted a lot of time in playing games that I didn't even want, when I didn't even want to play them most of the times for a long time there. And well, maybe that's a subject for another time, but right now I can tell you that I love the medium. I guess I just lost my trail of thought there. I don't know why I was talking about video games, but before I was talking about, I guess, myself, that Minecraft. I started on YouTube with Minecraft. I guess because it was easy to do. I had been already playing for a while. I love Minecraft. It's crazy the possibilities it offers. But I was in the middle of that period where I was trying to get away. I mean, maybe not in the middle. I had already been without playing as much as before for a while when I started the YouTube channel. So I didn't want to fall back on just playing non-stop again, on getting caught on playing all of the time, on wasting time, when right now, well, I am actually more driven to do some things that I've been wanting to do for a long time, that I think I should do just for my own benefit, and I've been too scared or lazy to do them. So right now I am kind of trying to turn the ship around, but it's a big ship and it's been on its course for a long time, and it's taking time and a lot of effort. It's not like just steering like one strong steer and everything falls into place and the ship just aligns to the new direction. No, I think it's a process of just little by little steering to the position I want, because the fucking ship is so big that it cannot be done like fast. It has to be done like just little by little, inch by inch, turning that wheel around through months. That's actually what it has been. Ultimately, months of that kind of. I mean, obviously, not me actually steering a wheel, trying to turn it into one direction. It has been a lot of different things, different little efforts that could be interpreted as something like steering a wheel for a long time, and just like taking care of my health in a lot of different ways: mental health, emotional, and physical, mostly taking care of what I eat and trying to work out, etc. All of that stuff we all know we should be doing. So yeah, and when I started the Minecraft YouTube channel, I was like very into that. I mean, I'm still kind of into that movement, into that process. I'm still trying to keep away, mostly, for the most part, away from video games. Most video games. Sometimes I'll play some quick Age of Empires a quick match or something from the Super NES, or I don't know. There's a cool game I have been playing, on and off for a couple of months on Steam. It's what's the name? Something about a samurai or something. Katana X, I think. Katana X, Samurai X. I don't remember. I'm going to check that out for you. I'll tell you next time. It's a nice pixel game about a samurai in a kind of like cyberpunk environment and story. It's pretty nice, pretty well done, good story, very engaging gameplay, combat, a lot of combat options, very dynamic. And it has a weird option. Well, I mean, it's not an option. It's actually something you. It's the way the game works. I'd say it's dynamic of the game, a mechanic maybe. I'm not sure what's the difference between those two, but well, one of the ways the game works is that you go through a level, or you try to go through one section, a small section of a level with a bunch of enemies and obstacles and shit. And if you die, it kind of rewinds right there. You don't get the try again screen, or you don't really lose lives. It's just kind of rewinds. You can actually see the rewinding effect of like an old tape, like an old VHS tape. It has that static. The game plays with that VHS aesthetic. So it rewinds. You go all the way back to the beginning of that part of the level. You get to do it again, and if you die again, the same thing happens again, and you get to do it again until you actually manage to complete that section of the level. And then you get like a replay of you going through successfully going through clearing the section. That's fun. I think that's actually, it's a dynamic that makes you, I think that might help you train a part of your brain. The part of identifying patterns rapidly. When you fail, applying the things you learn through failure instantly through another shot at the same thing on the same configuration, but you already know what to expect, so you adapt. And I think that's an interesting exercise, mental exercise, and it's pretty fun. So I've been playing that on and off. It's cool. I'm hoping I'll get to finish it sometime, maybe in the next couple of months. Right now, as I said, I'm kind of driven with other kind of things, and I guess a part of me feels that it's also with gaming, as with a bunch of other things, it's a seasonal thing. It's a thing, a matter of the right time for things, right? So it's not that I don't want to play anymore. Maybe I'll have another season, another period of time where I'll be able to play more again and actually enjoy it, not the way I used to before. I already learned from that, not to abuse gaming, not to fall into that addictive pattern of consuming games. So enjoy it, maybe even more, with restraint, measure. And but right now I'm driven. I have a lot of things that I am pushing for, that I want to get moving, and maybe it's just not the time. Maybe I'm hoping there'll come a time where I can be more relaxed with those other things, when all these other ideas and projects and stuff are moving more on their own, or with more, how do you say it, impulse, have a little more impulse behind them than just me pushing for them, and maybe then I'll get the chance to get into games a little deeper once again, another dive into games. I don't know, time will tell. I'm also usually trying to get not only the game aesthetic into some of my projects, as I was saying before, but also games itself. Right now I am working on another YouTube channel, maybe my third one, that's Spanish practicing YouTube channel, where I make videos to where people can practice Spanish and some gameplays with Spanish, and that's precisely what I was getting at. I am trying to incorporate the video game thing into that because I think it works. I learned Spanish mainly and initially. Oh, what the fuck is going on up there? Jesus fucking Christ, what the people, man. Okay. So, as I was saying, I learned English thanks to video games mostly. So it makes sense, and I've always thought, because of that, I've always thought video games are an amazing learning tool for a bunch of things. Right now, nowadays, I believe there are a bunch of initiatives, maybe companies or products, services working with video games to for education, right? Like there's Minecraft education, which I haven't really looked into. I'm sorry that much, but it seems interesting. Basically, that they are using Minecraft to teach stuff. I think they use Minecraft to teach coding and other kind of stuff, and there's a bunch of games they use for that kind of thing. Not officially, I guess semi-officially in some places, but it baffles me that it's not more common. I think that should be part of the education system already in most places. Games, if you will, or just simulations where that can be used to teach things, which I think would be great. Actually, great. I think that would improve the quality of education. It's I don't know. It seems for me an evolution of education, or if not something as big as an evolution, but just an acquiring of just current and efficient tools. But well, that might be subject for another time too, as well.